Hi there, welcome to Friday's market commentary. Here's a chart of the S&P 500, up 30 points today. It's actually a pretty good movement, and not only good movement, but what we do see here is that we had a Friday and we closed up near the high for the day on a Friday, which is pretty good news because usually the index or the large institutional money managers sell off a lot of stocks or some of their more speculative type stocks going into a Friday, not knowing what's going to happen over the weekend, don't want to get caught with any bad news. Because they were buying, that means that they expect some further trends to the upside. We can even see here a small little up channel coming right in through here on our index. So we've got a nice little flag heading up here to the upside for us. A little bit of a bullish scenario. Our MACDs are still a little overbought situation and other stochastics, but the simple fact we had some good buying on Friday was pretty strong for the markets. As long as we don't have any bearish news over the weekend, we should see a continuation of this uptrend here next week as well. So let's go back and talk about support and resistance lines. I'm going to go ahead and draw a support line down here, right around different levels here. We were down here at 1200 earlier, but since we're making some slightly higher highs coming through here, we're going to put our support right down here at about 1235 on our support level, and we're going to call resistance, since we just broke through this level right in here, we broke this 1275 resistance level, we're going to call our resistance the next level right up in through here. Just a little bit higher right in through here, slightly beneath 1325 or so. So that's going to be our resistance level. So support about 1235, resistance around 1325. We're looking to the upside. I'm going to call this a short-term bullish pattern, and longer-term pattern. I'm still a little bit bearish overall here in my longer-term pattern. So our lows are still getting lower and our highs are still getting lower. So longer-term still bearish, but short-term we've got a little bit of a bounce going on. And as long as there's no negative news over the weekend, we should continue on with this bounce next week, first part of next week as well. All right, let's go ahead and look at the NASDAQ charts. And here's charts of the NASDAQ. Pretty nice with a 58-point rally through here, looking pretty good. We've got support levels right down through 12,000 or 2,200, but we started to bounce a little bit, so our support levels are still there, but our resistance levels, which were rising right up and through here, are starting to move higher. So our next resistance is right up around this 2550 level for resistance. So resistance is now 2550. We're just above 2400, so we got another 150 points before we hit a nice resistance. We can also look at a little short-term resistance right in through here, about this 2450 level, little short-term resistance. MACDs are overbought, stochastics are overbought. They can stay there for a while as long as the markets are still moving our direction. So we're going to call this one here a little longer term neutral. We're in this nice little neutral pattern through here, longer term. Short term bullish going up. Now we've had some pretty good runs here on the NASDAQ. It's actually been very strong. So I wouldn't be surprised to see just a little bit of profit taken pretty soon, a little pullback. But as long as that pullback comes through here and stays above this 2350 level and doesn't really break it too far on any pullbacks, it'll mean that the trend is still pretty bullish and we should expect some nice bounces up off that. So any pullback we do get, we stay right around 2350, a little below it or slightly around it, and then we bounce higher. Should give us a nice rally to 2450 and even a breakthrough there. All right, hope that helps. Keep an eye on news. News does have a tendency to change everything, and I wish you the best.